Well, we've got Coach Jason Candle with us this morning. Coach, I appreciate you joining us. Big win for your team over the weekend down in Mississippi State. And for that win, you guys have been recognized as the Cheez-It National Team of the Week, which no surprise, I think you guys got the overwhelming number of the votes based on the finalists. So congratulations on a huge win and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, first and foremost. Second of all, really proud of our football team, to have it go down to Mississippi State and have a great win. And, it requires really consistent play for all 60 minutes to do that and everybody to be on the same page. And, I think that's what any head football coach in the country's, searching for and striving for. So to be able to do that and then to be able to be honored by, to have it to be the Cheez-It Team of the Week, I mean, pretty cool experience for our kids. And, not every day that you get to see 50 boxes of Cheez-Its to show up on your doorstep when your kids are walking into the building. So, yeah, proud of our team, excited about what lies ahead for this program, and just looking to get back to work here as Western Kentucky waits on us this weekend.
Now, this is now the second week in a row we've had a MAC team win National Team of the Week. We've said Northern Illinois with their big win over Notre Dame the week before. What do you think it says about the strength not only of your program but of your conference to see week in and week out, beating big name teams, as you might say?
Well, I think that what we know here in our league is there is great parity in our league and there is great consistency amongst the programs. And, that's the same team does not win our league each and every year. It's really hard to go start to finish and win the conference championship here. And, I think now with what you're seeing here, and especially in the last couple of weeks, is, our programs in our league going out and putting, a great product out there and being competitive on the national stage. And, that has gone on for a lot of years though. And, maybe we haven't had the last couple of years, we haven't had those marquee type ones, but, obviously NIU being able to go to Notre Dame and win there, that's massive for their program and certainly for, our conference. And, what we were able to do on Saturdays is a big statement as well. It's not hard to go to the SEC no matter where you're playing at and to get a win, regardless of what conference you're in. So, yeah, I think it shows that, our product is on the rise. It shows that, there are great coaches in our league, there are great players in our league, and there are great teams that consistently, do this at a high level. And now that everybody else is getting a chance to see that.
Now, you mentioned looking ahead, you've got Western Kentucky, you've got the rest of your season ahead of you, frankly, and then you've got certainly another MAC championship is hopefully, I would imagine, on your checklist for this year. How do you take your guys from having had a big win like you had over the weekend and kind of celebrating that and experiencing things like this even, and then refocusing toward next week? What is that experience like, or how do you go about that with your team?
I think we always talk about, having the confidence to go in and play really, really well due to a great process and to buying into the right things, because I think that, there's 12 days out of the year that there's a football game that you're guaranteed to play. And, we put a lot of energy in the other 353 days out of the year that there's not a game. And if we can have the behavior, on those days right, then we feel like we're going to play really good on Saturdays. And, now the challenge is there is once you have done that and done that at a high level, now do you have enough humility to get back in the meeting room and get back on the practice field and, have your process perfected for what lies ahead. And we have a great football team that we're playing this weekend, one that's got a proud tradition like us and one that's been ultimately very successful here in the last few years. So a stiff challenge for us, not only physically on the field, but, emotionally and certainly mentally getting back to reset and, having a great week.
Now, you mentioned those 12 game days throughout the year. Ideally, in a perfect world, you get a 13th because you get a conference championship, and then after that, hopefully, you have a bowl date of some kind, right?
Absolutely.
I know you guys. You over your years, you've been at Toledo forever. You've been to just about every bowl, I imagine, at this point. But I don't know if you've come down here to Orlando yet to our friends at the Cure Bowl. But in your mind, what makes a good bowl trip, or what does that celebration mean to teams when they get to that point in the season?
Well, I mean, obviously, bowl games are special for the reason that it's a reward for a great year, and when you have a great season, what is the carrot at the end of it that each team is able to go capture and go have that experience and, to be in a great weather city, to, a great host city, regardless of where that is. And, and Orlando is ultimately, one of those type of destination places as you look at the bowl schedule and you look at the landscape of how that's laid out. So, you want to be in a place that can create a great environment and a special week where kids can, have a little bit of time and free time to relax, but yet ultimately, go play play their last game, maybe with their, that team that has that's going to be together and really do a great job of putting, that uniform on one more time for some of those seniors that are never going to play football again. So I think if you can get to a destination place that has all of those things and allows you to do that, a great reward for a great season and B, a good experience and, being together one more time. I think that's what makes bowl season so special.
Now, but before I let you go, I can't have the Toledo head coach on and not ask him about Chuck Ely. Chuck Ely is near and dear to us here down in Orlando at the Tangerine Bowl, which is now the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Chuck was a three-time MVP, now in the Hall of Fame. obviously a major player in Toledo football history. Probably someone Tucker Gleason and others could emulate in a lot of ways. What do you have any thoughts or feelings or stories on Chuck Ely that come to mind that you'd be willing to share with our committee?
Yeah, the GOAT. I mean, obviously he did it better than anybody else ever did. And a winner in high school, a winner in college, a winner in his professional career, and really a clear picture and a perfect example of what it probably should look like when the cleats do come off. And sometimes it's hard for young people to understand that that is going to happen to them, and you're not going to play football forever and reinventing yourself. I mean, he's probably a great example and a clear picture of not having to reinvent yourself to be a good person and a good guy and use a sphere of influence the right way throughout the course of his college career and set yourself up for life after football. He's a great family man. He's done a lot for Toledo. He's done a great job of staying involved and being back around our program and showing face. And I know he's really proud of his Rockets right now.
Absolutely, and we're proud to see him in the Hall of Fame where he should be. Thank you again, Coach, for your time this morning. We appreciate it. Congratulations on a big win, and of course, as you prepare for what comes next, good luck down the road.
I appreciate it. Go Rockets.
All right, thank you, Coach. Take care.
All right, see you.